think you've grabbed a few headlines this week. In fact, when I heard that you were on the front page of the paper, to be honest, I was expecting a lot worse.
Welcome to WatchMojo UK, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 savage British TV moments.
Who's Jordan again?
Mr. Mandela, happy 90th birthday.
So Jane, take your money and get off my property.
Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we'll be looking at the kind of brilliant TV that makes you sit back and ask yourself, did they really just say that? Let us know your favourite savage moment in the comments below. Number 10, Frankie on Theresa May. Frankie Boyle's New World Order. Frankie has never held back when it comes to his opinions, and he quickly earned himself a reputation as the most outrageous comedian in Britain. Former Prime Minister Theresa May might have gotten the worst of his vitriol, however.
Impressed as I am by his almost superhuman tenacity, Honnold's grip on that sheer Californian granite is as nothing compared to Theresa May's determination to cling on to power.
In 2017, Boyle compared her to a mountain climber in her determination to cling to power, describing how she had
no spark of wit, no warmth, no sincerity, no empathy, nothing except her refusal to let go.
As the audience laughed, he concluded, "What a monster." There's nothing funnier than Frankie with no holds barred, and something about politicians just brings the poetic insults out of him.
Theresa May is all of us, clinging on to our hopeless lives, our shitty dreams.
Number 9, Malcolm Tucker verbally destroys everyone. The Thick of It.
You're like a sweaty octopus trying to unhook a bra.
The Thick of It was a notoriously harsh depiction of the political world, but the most iconic insults came from the mouth of Peter Capaldi as Malcolm Tucker. Whether he was telling everyone off or threatening to perform a live autopsy on them, Malcolm was a uniquely aggressive character.
When I need your advice, I'll give you the special signal, which is me being sectioned out of the f***ing mental health act.
He may have saved his best for Rebecca Front's hapless MP, Nicola, however, telling the politician at one point,
"You've got all the charm of a rotting teddy bear by a gravesite."
Number 8, Contestants on the hit list feud over Rihanna. The Hit List. Despite its name, The Hit List isn't usually a particularly violent show. On most episodes, music lovers just try to guess song names and playfully compete with the other teams. When Dion appeared with his brother Koresh, however, he decided to savage another contestant for being wrong about a Rihanna song.
I think the album's called Good Girl Gone Bad.
I think you're right.
Yeah.
Actually, Unfaithful wasn't on that album.
When she tried to bluff, Dion interrupted by saying, "Actually, Unfaithful wasn't on that album." The know-it-all contestant then couldn't remember what the actual album was called, and hosts Rochelle and Marvin couldn't hold back their laughter when he turned on his brother Koresh for not knowing.
It was on the, what was it?
Oh.
I don't know.
The one after Music from the Sun.
I don't know.
Oh, I don't know.
The pair ended up winning with an impressive £9,236, so Dion's Rihanna knowledge clearly came in handy. Number 7, Rob Brydon's impression of David Mitchell. The Big Fat Quiz of the year 2007.
Let me answer for David and sort of try and convince people that David is giving this answer now.
Rob Brydon is famous for his celebrity impressions, and it's clear that one of his favourites is David Mitchell, especially if he can impersonate him to his face. The comedians have worked together on Would I Lie to You for over a decade, but Mitchell first showed how much he disliked the impression on Big Fat Quiz of the year 2007, asking Brydon if that voice was supposed to be him.
That's me, is it? You're doing me?
Yes, I'm doing you, yes. What's the problem?
Well, no, that's fine.
No, that's fine, because it's actually quite a good impression.
The audience, on the other hand, loved it, which was good enough for Brydon, and he's been regularly bringing out his nasal impersonation of the Peep Show star ever since.
Mr. Mandela, happy 90th birthday.
Number 6, who's Jordan again? Does the shoe fit? Love Island contestants usually have pretty healthy egos, since they have to be confident to risk the nation's judgment by dating each other on a TV show. Jordan's ego got a serious blow on a speed dating show, however, thanks to a girl who forgot, or pretended to forget, who the guy she had a date with was.
Who's Jordan again?
Mixed race.
Everyone's jaws dropped in disbelief when she asked, "Who's Jordan again?"
Pause this whole thing right now. Pause this whole thing right now. Pause this whole thing right now.
To add insult to injury, she described the Love Island star as this.
You have Tesco finest ego, and you have Tesco value face. Jordan, you're very normal, so you need to kind of take it down. Like, you're not that nice.
Jordan may have tried to play it off, but that'll definitely haunt him for a while. Number 5, Craig is overwhelmed by Anne Widdecombe's dancing. Strictly Come Dancing. Of all the brutal reactions in Strictly Come Dancing history, Anne Widdecombe probably horrified the judges the most. During her American Smooth in the Blackpool Ballroom, the Conservative politician was thrown around by her partner Anton like a ragdoll, eventually sliding to an awkward stop. When it was time for the judges' comments, Craig had just 2 words: overwhelmingly awful.
I'm going to go for all the positives tonight.
This should be brief.
All the best moments, of course, for me, were when your feet weren't touching the floor.
He was equally lost for words after her incredibly clumsy salsa.
I thought it was more like the dancing hippos, darling, and Fantasia.
Anne Widdecombe might have been the most infamously terrible dancer ever on the show, but as Len Goodman commented,
dancing in its basic form is movement to music, and you did move, and there was music.
Number 4, Jeremy Clarkson reveals what he thinks of new Top Gear. The Jonathan Ross Show. Jeremy Clarkson was predictably blunt when he spoke to Jonathan Ross in 2019 about the new Top Gear's lineup and how the show had struggled to find success without him. Clarkson was fired in 2015 for punching a producer, and both Richard Hammond and James May left the show in solidarity.
Yeah, no, we are deeply in love with each other.
The new version of Top Gear went through several different teams of presenters while trying to find its feet without the trio.
On a scale of 1 to 10, how thrilled are you that Top Gear is nowhere near as successful now that you're not on it?
It's a hard face to pull, this one. Let me try.
When Ross asked him about it, Clarkson tried to pull a sympathetic face without laughing, but straightforwardly admitted that he doesn't wish them all the best.
Yeah, James and Richard always say, no, it's a shame, we wish them all the best. I don't.
If you want a polite olive branch, you shouldn't turn to Clarkson. Number 3, Blanche Hunt tears into everyone. Coronation Street. Coronation Street is never uneventful, and one of the most universally loved characters to ever grace the street was Blanche Hunt, played by Maggie Jones.
The booze had just poured straight in my mouth, and then nothing hurt anymore.
Her wicked sense of humour even won Jones the British Soap Award for Best Comedy Performance in 2005 and 2008. In perhaps her most iconic moment, Blanche let loose on everybody in Peter Barlow's AA meeting.
I've never heard so much self-indulgent whinging in all my life. Blanche, is there some correlation between how boring you are and how much you drink?
She casually ridiculed her daughter and son-in-law's affair by saying they were like a couple of swingers, and insulted Ken's actress ex for living on a tugboat. And she didn't spare any innocent bystanders. When an AA member interrupted, this happened.
I'm not totally comfortable with this lady being here.
I'm not totally comfortable with your halitosis.
Number 2, Jimmy Carr roasted for tax evasion. 8 out of 10 cats.
I think you've grabbed a few headlines this week. In fact, when I heard that you were on the front page of the paper, to be honest, I was expecting a lot worse.
Jimmy Carr's tax evasion scandal in 2011 was embarrassing for the comedian, but what made it worse was that he had to go on his show 8 out of 10 Cats that week and talk about it. Viewing figures almost doubled for that episode as the nation tuned in to see him get torn apart, and they weren't disappointed.
Well, Jimmy, we all like to put a bit of money away for a rainy day, don't we? But I think you're more prepared than Noah.
The jokes kept coming over the course of the episode, and Jimmy winced throughout it all. Going on a show full of comedians right after a public controversy may seem better than prison, but Jimmy might not agree.
One big hearty slap on the back. 60 years, job well done.
Number 1, what a sad little life, Jane. Come Dine With Me.
In 4th place is me.
Come Dine With Me gave us one of the most unexpectedly savage moments of all time when a feud between 2 contestants resulted in an explosive finale.
You won, Jane.
After Peter Marsh revealed the results, he laid into winner Jen and demanded she get off his property in a theatrical monologue.
As you have all the grace of a reversing dump truck without any tyres on.
When he uttered the dramatic phrase, "What a sad little life, Jane," Peter not only created one of the most savage insults ever heard on a televised dinner party competition, but also instantly became a part of iconic British TV history.
So Jane, take your money and get off my property.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo UK and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.